Hey guys, what's going on? It's April here, and today I'm going to bring you some tips to help you get better at Modern Warfare. Whether this is the first Call of Duty you've ever played or you're just trying to get better, I'm going to have tips for everybody in this, so be sure to stick around. There will be some really important information in this video to help you get better, and if you don't watch it, you might not ever know about it. Without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get into the video. And I'm going to start out by saying that one of the first things that you need to know is the simple fact that this Call of Duty is a lot different than any other Call of Duty that we've had so far. And what I mean by that is basically they want this game to play a little bit slower than the other ones, a little bit more tactical, if you will. But with that in mind, you don't have to camp, you don't have to do any of that stuff, you don't have to be afraid to run around the map, so to speak. It's still doable, and it can still be a lot of fun. So when you first load into the game and everything like that, and you start learning the maps, that is the key thing. One of the first things you want to do is be able to learn the maps. You want to be able to know where everything is so that you're not running around lost and trying to figure all of that out. And along with that, knowing the maps means that you're going to know the high traffic areas. And what I mean by that is you need to know where players typically go. On each map, there are plenty of places where people tend to gravitate to, and you'll also know the places that you're probably not going to see anybody at. Along with knowing maps leads me into my second point, the point of play custom games. Play custom games, get to know the game, get to know everything about it, learn all the different places and all the different maps, mess around with it, get used to it, practice on them. Custom games are a really good way to just get a feel for maps and practice against bots instead of real players so that you don't really have anything to worry about and you can just run the maps, practice your aiming, your shooting, you can practice everything on those and it gives you a really good space to do that. And for custom matches, if you guys want to see kind of a setup on it and all the different options that you have and how to set it up properly so that you can practice, be sure to leave a comment below letting me know, and I will get that video out for you guys. So now that you've gone through some of the custom games and you've practiced on that and you're getting to know the maps a little bit better, now it's time to focus on your game and what you can do to help improve yourself to be a better player. And this is going to be tip number 3, and it goes hand in hand with knowing the maps. One of the most important things that you need to know how to do is how to properly position yourself around the map. Even if you know how to shoot and you can aim pretty well and you can get a couple of kills, if you're not looking in the right places and you're always looking at the wrong area, somebody is always going to be able to come up beside you and take you out. So with that being said, you want to try to avoid being in an open area at any given time. You can be there for a minute, but always try to maneuver around obstacles like this Jeep that is in front of me over here. And I may not do it, but that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to better myself as well, trying to give you guys help. But the main thing is just staying out of open areas and making yourself a harder target. Give them less to shoot at. And just like right there, I kind of went over a little bit to cover part of my body with that crate that was beside me. I don't know if it's actually called a crate, but that's what I'm gonna call it. It's all about positioning yourself to where you can be as little of a target as you possibly can, and you can see as much of them as possible. And if you do that, you will see that it's probably gonna be a lot more easier to win those gunfights. But I will say, even with positioning, it's not gonna help if you don't have the accuracy for it, which brings me into my next tip of centering. Basically, what centering is, it's gonna give you the ability to already have them locked on before you even aim down sights. Centering is where you're already gonna be aimed at them with the crosshairs on your screen before you aim down sights, and it's really easy to do, but a lot of people don't do it, and it's a habit that you have to force yourself to get into. And it's a really good one. It'll help you out a lot. Whenever you are running around the map, wherever you are looking, you want to be anticipating where those enemies are, and that's where you want your crosshairs to be. Whether it's at a doorway or around a corner towards another doorway that you know is there because you know the maps. Already having your crosshair aimed at the person means that when you go to aim down sight, you will already be aimed right at them. And the crosshair is going to be that little white dot that you see in the middle of the screen with the 4 pointers around it that expand when you run. I can't express to you how many times I've gone back and looked at the gameplays that I had and trying to figure out why I wasn't doing well, and it was because I was totally aimed somewhere else from that guy, and they were already beaming me. And don't get me wrong, sometimes you might be able to turn around and get that guy, but most of the time, because of the time to kill in this game, it's gonna be way too difficult to do, and sometimes you're gonna have 2 people coming at you and you can't get them both. It happens, it's not the end of the world, just keep trying. So if you go around the map and you have your positioning down and your centering down and you're still not able to do it, you find that your shot goes way off somewhere, or it's either too fast for you, too slow, you're gonna need to work on your sensitivity, which is my 5th and final tip for this video. There is a lot more to sensitivity in Modern Warfare than I've seen in a while in any of the other Call of Duties. I don't even know if they've had this much stuff in other ones, but regardless of that, it's very important to find your sensitivity so that it's not too fast for you or too slow, because that is something that will definitely cause you to lose gunfights. To find your sensitivities, go into your settings, and you'll see a page that looks like this. I can't remember what tab it is, and I'm on PC, so it may be a little bit different if you're on console, but the tab that you're looking for will look exactly like this with the layouts at the top and your sensitivity sensitivities. As you can tell, there are different sensitivities. You have the horizontal one for when you're looking left or right, your up and down one, which I have at a 3 because it always seems to go way too far up or way too far low when I'm shooting at feet, which definitely still does not work. And then you also have your low zoom and your high zoom, which goes into the different sights that you can put on guns. And you have your different types of aim assist, you have your curve type, everything like that. If you want me to go more in depth on sensitivities and how to fix yours up correctly and how to find out what sensitivity you should be at, let me know. Drop a comment below and I will be sure to make that video for you guys because I have a really good tip for how to do that as well. So those are the first 5 tips that I can give you guys, and if you utilize what I've told you in this video, you will find your gameplay will improve 100%. These things have helped me out myself. I'm not saying I'm a perfect player by any means. I still make mistakes, and that's going to happen with anybody, but I will say once I started utilizing all this stuff for myself, I noticed a huge change in my gameplays and I was able to do way better and kind of outthink or outdo the competition, what have you. So give these tips a shot and let me know if they help you guys out in the comments below. Any questions? Leave that below as well. I'm here for you guys. I'm happy to help. I can, anything that I can do. I am going to be posting more gameplays and more tips for you guys furthering on this, so stay tuned for those if you like them. I post 2 to 3 times a week, and if you do find that any of this has helped you out at all, please consider subscribing. There's way more content like this that I'm going to be posting, and I don't want you guys to miss it. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.